Hello, hello, hello. It's English for this week. I've been loving your stories you've been sending. This week, in a minute when I show you, will be another look at writing a story, but I'm going to halt the story writing there after this week and give us more sort of day-to-day kind of toolkits and just practicing our skills for, at the end of the year. Mainly because, we've got people going back to work, we've got some people coming into school, and it can be hard to maintain the progress of doing a story now. But I'll explain that next week. This week, we've got a final story to do. First of all, on the do-nows, add a front adverbial. Easiest one's time, isn't it? Yesterday, comma, Dad prepared some delicious homemade pancakes. Oh, Mr. Whoops, this guy again. Two spelling words. They're both body parts. Oh. Stomach. Remember that CH at the end. And shoulder. Oh, quite impressed I got those. Look at the choice of words. Circle the correct ones. So we're looking at homophones here. The head teacher had invited a mystery guest. So that's that one there. Because of his unruly behaviour, Jeremy was not allowed, that one, out of the house today. That one, remember, is loud as in the noise. Add a determinant to this sentence. Caris? Yeah, Caris, not carries. Caris. Caris held, to be fair, you could count, you can put a number in. You could put the word some. Caris held some marbles in her hand. Caris held these marbles in her hand. As long as you determine which marbles or how many marbles, Caris held 7 marbles in her hand. Can you think of a word spelt with a silent letter to match the definition? Ooh. So a baby sheep, well, that's a lamb. Remember, and there's a B at the end. To question whether something is correct. Ooh. To question whether something is correct. I can't think off the top of my head what word that would be. I mean, my brain's not quite working. If I were you and I were at home doing this, and I came to that, I'd leave that and come back to that later and see if my brain works again. Got it. To doubt, isn't it? You doubt if it's if you're not believing something or you don't think it's correct. Doubt has a silent B in it. It's doubt. That was close. Resilience. Underline the subordinate clause in this sentence. As it was a ferocious beast, the chimera was feared by many Greek people. Now, we've got a front adverbial because we've got reason, haven't we? But also we've got, it starts with an as. And as is a subordinate conjunction. So that there is also a subordinate clause. So as it was a ferocious beast is a subordinate clause. Well done with that. Right. This week, you do have to brace yourselves here. This is one of my random ideas, and I have warned you about it. This one did genuinely pop into my head, because I'm always constantly thinking, what can I get him to write about that's interesting while we're not together? So here's an idea I've had. It may not work, but it may be quite good. Below, there is a spinner, and I have added a variety of potential story themes and things that can happen in a story. I want you to spin the wheel 3 times. It spins automatically, I'll show you in a minute. And I want you to start planning a story that involves those things. When I used to teach year 3 and year 4, we used to have dice and used to roll the dice, and that used to be like the story makers. So it's kind of like a story maker. Something can't just appear, you can't cheat. So if you've got a key, you can't just say, I put my house key back in my pocket. No, it's got to be part of your story. It's got to be intrinsic to it. It's got to be important to your extract. And then you can do a little story map. We've got a little story map here, so you might want to just jot some ideas down. So, to work this, you click on this link here. Now, if you want to, I've only come up with those, you can add more ideas if you want to. Okay, so as soon as you click on this link, this should happen. Yes, it's looking good at the moment. Excellent, lovely. So you can add things here. You know, for example, you could put Mr. Cooper in. Oops. You could put Mr. Cooper in, add it to the wheel. Pow. And it would go. I'm going to take it out though. Oh, where's he gone? Scroll down. Ooh. We'll scroll down. There we go. We'll take Mr. Cooper off. But you can add some to yourself, to your own if you want to. This might also help if you can't decide what to do for tea. You can put your food in. So anyway, if I was to do this right now, I'd click spin. I'm suddenly very tense. Oh. And it stops itself, you don't have to click it again. Oh, that's landed on a great one for me. So, one of your things is a dragon egg. I'm just writing that down. That's a good first one. Done. And you just click again. So, my story involves a dragon egg. My eyes have gone all blurry. Ooh, that works well. Stormy Mountain. This has got Mr. Cooper written all over it, this one. And one more. Oh man, those go well. It'd be weird if it's something like a werewolf. Oh no. And a werewolf. Ooh, interesting. So, if I go back to my work there. Oh, not the English still on the bottom, no, near the bottom. So, my story has got to involve, I wrote them down, a dragon egg, a stormy mountain, and a werewolf. Remember, you don't have to be, you can be a character in the story, or you can just write about a story, or you can be an extract of a story. I was perfectly fine, so I got werewolf. This is going to make your brain think a little bit more and try and get a bit more imaginative. Obviously, if you get something really awkward and you don't have an idea, you may spin again, but don't just keep spinning. Okay? It might be that you don't want to spin it all. You might want to have a look and go, oh, I'll do those 3 things. But if you want a bit of a challenge, let it spin and see what you get. Okay? And then all you need to do today is start thinking of some ideas. What could my story be? It doesn't have to be really long, but how could you get those together? I'm instantly thinking that my dragon egg is somewhere in the mountain. So it's like I've gone hunting for a dragon's egg. Maybe it's guarded by a werewolf. Oh, that would be cool. Right, I think that's what I would go with. Anyway, so enjoy that and really go for it, because I am thinking that this might be our last bit of writing that I want you all to do. It doesn't mean you don't stop writing, but it might be the last one that we do for our home learning. Okay, so good luck with that, and I'm really interested to see what you what you write this week.